Top of the morning to you. Thanks for tuning in, and I hope you are doing well. Scott Crusher here. Left the comfort of the collection room. I'm out on the hunt. I'm halfway between Sydney and Canberra. We are hitting up the Canberra Vintage Toy Show today. While we're there, we're also going to check out the Canberra Vintage Collectible Centre. If you've watched my channel, you know that I can't go to Canberra without hitting up the CVCC, but I also can't go to Canberra without hitting up good old Heather Braised Pie. So we are getting the breakfast of champions. I've got a couple of mates with me. I've got my toy hunting crew, the boys from Keep On Collecting. We've got Matt and Andrew. We're back on the hunt. It's been a while, and we're pumped up. So what do you say we go get some coffee and some brekkie?
We need it.
And some pies. Pies the main thing.
And then we go get some toys. Alrighty, we are on the road. We're probably about half an hour or 40 minutes out of Canberra. We've had our breakfast, we've had our coffee, and we're looking forward to getting there and seeing what we can find. Anything in particular you guys are going to be keeping an eye out for today?
Anything really that I can finish off some collections with.
Yeah.
It's quite amazing when some of these toy lines look like aliens, and you go, yeah, I think I've got all that, then you find out you're missing 7 figures. You know, because they made a lot for the line. Oof. So
fingers crossed we can find some aliens. That'd be awesome. Matt, I know you're on the lookout for some Filmation Ghostbusters.
Filmation Ghostbusters would be a nice little find. I reckon like some Hasbro wrestlers as
well.
Some
Hasbro.
I'd love to find some of them as well, man.
Some Hasbros would be awesome. You know what I'd love to see today?
What?
If it's not too much to ask, a food fighter.
Oh, you and your food fighter.
Yeah, I've been hunting food fighters for a couple of years. I got one in my collection, so that would be awesome.
Yeah.
But as long as I can find maybe a new Ninja Turtle figure or a new vintage Ninja Turtle figure, maybe one of the last Toxic Crusaders would be awesome. But look, if we all come back with 1 or 2 items, I think we'll be happy, and we're on track to have a really fun day. So
yeah, just to get out together, right? Like,
exactly.
This is my first toy hunt in 12 months. And to get out with you guys, to get Andrew out again, I think this is going to be brilliant.
Happy days.
Yeah.
Alrighty, well, let's put some tunes on, finish this journey, and we'll see you there.
See you there.
So that was a bit of a wander around the Canberra Toy and Hobby Fair. The boys are here with me, they're impatient to get into the CVCC, but yeah, that was the Canberra Toy and Hobby Fair. We had a good look around, not the biggest of toy fairs, but all three of us picked up some really cool things which we'll show you in a little bit. Definitely walked away from the fair with more than anticipated. Picked up some really cool Mighty Max bits and just picked up some like bundle lots of figures and accessories, which I'm gonna have a really good time going through, and we'll probably share them out a little bit between me, Matt and Andrew. But that was the Canberra Toy and Hobby Fair. Now we're over at Fish Week at the CVCC, so we'll have a bit of a wander around the CVCC, show you some of the cool stuff to be seen there, and then a little bit later, whether it's back at Andrew's or back at my place tonight, we'll go through the pickups in detail. And yeah, stay tuned.
Is that a street shark back there, or?
It's an extreme dinosaur.
Oh, do they
So
have
it's like a
couple of
spin-off
extreme
line.
dinosaurs down there too?
Yeah, they do too. Yep, a couple of extreme dinos.
Yeah.
What are these guys here?
Oh, I think they're just they're toy biz.
Oh, okay.
I think there might be a bit of a later one.
How cool are these? Like these 90s handhelds?
Yeah, all the Tiger ones.
Yeah.
Oh, Pocket Simon. Pocket Simon.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
And some Game & Watch as well.
Yeah. Nice Snoopy too.
Good to see these LJN figures in nice clean condition. Got a Terra Trash there. Some Robocop.
Andrew got a Predator figure too. See that Predator figure there?
It's got no weapons, does it?
No, it's got the mask, which is 20. Thinking. Put into the... That's probably a pretty good price for a complete Hero Quest and Space Crusade. Untold toys, what it has to.
Yeah.
You point out?
Yeah, that's when I pointed out. I mean,
That's excellent.
yeah, it's a beautiful piece. Just a matter of whether it's all in there.
Yeah, I guess that Too much, alright.
How about this box art? Mighty Megasaur
Is it like-
inflatable T-Rex.
Is it raised? It's raised. It's not raised.
Alrighty, we have
Ah, okay.
been to Canberra. We're back at Andrew's Toy Museum. If you've been following my channel for a little while, you may have seen my video tour of Andrew's awesome toy room. It's more museum than toy room. It's a 3-car garage. It's full floor to ceiling, wall to wall with toys. So if you haven't seen that video, I suggest you go check that out. But let's look at the pickups today. I think we all had a pretty good day.
Oh,
Yeah,
fantastic
excellent.
day.
So the Canberra Toy and Hobby Fair was great. Like I mentioned earlier, not the biggest of toy fairs, but I think we still all picked up a great selection of items.
Yep.
Really good vendors as always, some familiar faces, some new ones, all that good stuff. But we'll just whip through the pickups quickly. So I'm going to kick things off if that's all right with you guys.
All yours.
My last video was about Mighty Max. Wouldn't you know that I spent about 6 months accruing up Mighty Max sets to do a video, you know, like pickups and review of Mighty Max Doom Zone playsets. And a week later, I go and pick up 4 new Mighty Max sets. So I won't show you these in too much detail. We might do that later on, but I was absolutely stoked to pick up the Fly Mighty Max set, complete as far as I understand. I haven't dared to whip it open yet because if you know anything about Mighty Max, you know that the bastard won't close unless I fit everything back together in place. So I'm going to trust that that's complete, even if it's not. For the 25 bucks that I paid for it, I'm stoked with that. We got the Scorpion set. Once again, it's all stapled up in a bag, but as far as I'm aware, that set is complete as well. So definitely a couple more awesome Doom Zones that I can tick off the list. But on top of that, we got a couple of these beauties, little Shrunken Heads, which we looked at in the last Mighty Max video. And once again, they're complete with the minifigures inside. So really happy to have 4 new Mighty Max sets in the collection. Thanks to the legends at the Canberra Toy and Hobby Fair. Also picked up a nice little Bucky O'Hare figure. By no means complete, loose, a little bit of play with, but that's alright. 10 bucks for a new Bucky figure to add to the shelf. And I was happy to pick up some Bucky today because I'm with the bloke next to me that actually kicked me off on the Bucky O'Hare figures. So it's always fun when that happens.
Yeah.
A couple more bits and pieces. It's been ages since I've picked up a video game. I'm not going all out for, you know, cartridge-based games, not by any means. I've got a list of about 10 video games that were a big, like 10 Super Nintendo games specifically, that were a big part of my childhood. Games that I either had as a kid or I rented on repeat from the video store. One of the ones that I rented on repeat was Donkey Kong Country, and I've been hunting this down. I got this at a really nice price. Obviously, we assume that it's tested and working, but you know, it looks in really nice condition. Lovely sticker, so really happy to add Donkey Kong Country to the Super Nintendo collection, and we'll definitely give that a play over the weekend. Now, as far as the other pickups from the Canberra Toy and Hobby Fair, picked up an awesome mystery box, which you'll see. You know, it was $20 for everything inside. All I could see was like 3 or 4 Robin Hood figures, loose Robin Hood figures with some accessories, but that was enough for me to take the punt on the $20. I wonder if that's
This is Robotech. That's incredible.
Just incredible. Look,
That's incredible.
see? That is them. Wow.
That's awesome.
That's unbelievable.
And this dude is the last dude I need to complete the...
There's a better
The
shot
Hook
of it. Look,
series.
see? See, it's actually the crossbows that
that's
go
it.
on there, and that was the only 2 things I was sort of virtually missing on it.
That's incredible.
How good's that?
Yeah, it's,
Like,
it's
that's the only
amazing.
figure I need to complete Hook, and it was in that little box. That's incredible.
Magic box.
That blows my mind.
$20 well spent, eh?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Nice
And like
little...
you got, this looks like a Machine Man from the 80s.
Yeah, incredible.
I think this is probably one as well. Machine Man.
And we had a really good time digging through that.
Good stuff. Amazing.
I've managed to help both these boys out with a couple of new either figures or accessories for their collection, thanks to that $20 box. That was the gift that kept on giving. And then we also picked up a sweet little grab bag of mixed vintage accessories. And Matt and I did an awesome little draft back and forth. We went Harvey's on that bag of accessories, and then we just went back and forth, and we both got some awesome accessories that we needed to complete some vintage Turtles figures. You take your pick.
Alrighty. You know, I think I've got to go with the Rocksteady belt.
All right, the 88 Rocksteady belt.
88 Rocksteady belt to go on
So is
my
your Rocksteady now complete or not quite?
He'll be complete. Yeah.
Good man.
Thank you.
Alrighty.
That's awesome.
My first pick
Yes.
in the random vintage accessory draft,
Is
the OG Rocksteady
Ooh.
Shield.
nice.
Now my Rocksteady will be near complete, so that is awesome. This will go with the childhood Rocksteady.
Second one. Well, I think I need another Donatello 88 staff.
Alrighty, I'm gonna have to go and get that Supernaturals shield.
Oh, that's a good pick.
How wicked is that? I don't know what this guy was called, Eagle Eye or
Eagle Eye. That's the one I was getting wrong.
Do you have him?
I've got Eagle Eye. Yeah, yeah.
Do you have his shield?
I do.
Okay, oh thank God. I would have felt like a real prick if you said no then.
No, I would have told you by now.
Alrighty, I'm happy. I've got 2 shields. We've got a theme here. You're up.
I think I'm going to go for... Now, this looks like Trapjaw's belt from Vintage He-Man.
Well, there's 2 of them though, so I don't know. Does one of them have a? Are they both?
one's extra green.
Is that for Trapjaw?
Trapjaw.
Yeah.
Oh, I put one on mine.
Yeah,
Sweet.
there you go.
Do you?
Beautiful.
What are you missing one, Andrew?
What do you collect?
No, I don't.
Oh,
I
okay. Yeah. Well, I got a Trapjaw. I don't think it's got the green.
Well,
thing
if
on
you need it, mate, that's all yours. If that's all right with you. Okay.
good. It's all good.
All right. My next pick, I picked up a vintage Raphael at the Roselle
Yes.
Arts and Craft Markets last weekend
Beautiful.
with no belt, so he's now not going to be nude. I'm going to take that.
it. Excellent. Keep his pants up.
That's right.
Awesome. All right, I'm going to now go for an accessory.
Okay.
I love a Ninja Turtle accessory.
classic.
I've got a spare bag. It's going to go in the spare bag.
Sweet. I'm going to also go for one of these because I think I'm short 1 or 2 of these. We're getting down to the nitty gritty.
What's this one?
That's a Donatello
Oh,
belt.
Donatello.
But I will draw your attention. Oh no, it's intact. Often these
is.
are busted. So there you go.
Check it. Okay, thank you very much.
So that's great. So that was my pickups from the Toy and Hobby Fair. As you would have seen, we then hit up the Canberra Vintage and Collectible Centre, one of my favourite hunting grounds in Canberra, and I got a couple of beauties. I got my very first vintage movie figure in the vintage TMNT line. One thing, I mean, this figure's in really nice condition. It's not complete, but it's a Donny. He's got 2 of his bow staffs. He's got another little fire extinguisher accessory here, so definitely complete enough for me to display him proudly on the shelf. One thing that I find super interesting about this toy line, and I didn't actually realize it until now because it was the first time I picked one up, is the rubbery texture, the way the figure's been manufactured. It's not just a rubbery skin. The limbs are completely bendable. They're made out of like a pliable rubbery plastic. So I found that really interesting. It kind of caught me off guard when I picked him up off the shelf, and at first I wasn't sure if it was genuine just because I didn't actually realize how pliable those limbs are. So that's really cool. Really happy to have movie star Donny in the collection. And last of all, I don't see these guys particularly often, so when I see them at the right price, I've just got to go and pick them up, especially if the holograms are still displaying nicely. And I'm talking about this Bernhardt Supernaturals figure from Tonka, 1987. I've only got a couple of Supernaturals in the collection, so always happy to add one to the lineup. And that's me. All in all, I've had a fantastic day, and I'll hand it over to these guys to quickly rip through their pickups as well.
I feel you did the best.
I did great.
I think you
I did
really
great.
well.
I did great.
Really well.
I'm very, very happy.
And really well with that Bernhardt. I'm hopeless at remembering the names and the year and who made them.
Yeah, well, that's one of the ones that I remember because a really good viewer named Richard Milling actually identified his accessory in a lot of Toxic Crusaders. It's a glow-in-the-dark gun accessory. I thought it was a Toxic Crusaders accessory, and the legend Richard just jumped in the comments and said, no, that's a Tonka Supernaturals accessory that goes with this guy Bernhardt. I didn't have him, so happy days that I can unite those two.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Good on you, Richard. All right, well, I didn't really grab a lot today, but we start off with a nice Royal Guard, Star Wars Vintage Royal Guard, super cheap, $20.
Yeah, it was a good buy, that one.
That's a great buy.
Doesn't have weapon, but like the cloth, well, it's pretty good. Like, for its age, I was very impressed with that. Next one is a Lando. Now I think that's Skiff
Yeah,
Guard.
Skiff Disguise, yep.
Another one. Now he's a bit played with, but I think I like that because we had this as kids and he should be played with. So he's looking a bit worse for wear, but I don't care. Complete. And Skeletor. Love Motu, and I need a Skeletor from the New Adventures of He-Man. He's a bit worse for wear, but he's got a cape and he's going to display very nicely up with He-Man there on my master shelf.
That's awesome.
So I'm really happy to pick that up. So that was my Toy Fair pickups, just the 3 items. And at the CVCC, I'm happy to report I get the trash. What's his name?
The Terra Trash.
Terra Trash. I don't even know what toys.
I took this figure accidentally out of Matt's hands at Alfie's Toys. I didn't know he was eyeing it off, and I got in quick. So I was really happy today that as we're wandering around the CVCC, I could point this guy out for Matt.
Yes, you found it for me, so that makes up for it all. So yeah, I got him. I'm pretty happy with that guy to add him to my Haunted Humans lot in the real Ghostbusters.
That's awesome.
And a couple of really, I was tossing up between a few items in the CVCC, but I found these. Now, these are fantastic buy. These are from Super 7, but they're in that 5.5 inch scale from Mars Universe, and they were based on the. Super 7 did a short 15-minute video a couple of years ago, and then they released 4 figures. This is 2 of them: Terra Wolf and Terra Jaguar. The other one's a Terra Bat and Possessed Skeletor. But yeah, I'm really happy with these because these are very hard to come by and very expensive.
Really cool figures.
And he's had them for years apparently, and so I'm glad to take them off his hands.
And at a really good price as well.
At a really good price.
It's awesome.
So I'm stoked. So I've done all right, and pretty happy with today. Thank you, Scott. Thank you, Andrew.
No worries. Andrew, how'd you go, mate?
Well, firstly, I picked up, because in the last toy show I found some gargoyles. And I was chasing around the gargoyles. They have a castle, but they have a bike. And I saw it on eBay. They want a bit too much money, but lo and behold, at the toy show, I saw a loose version, and that's Gargoyles Ripping Rider. And so one of the gargoyles actually rides this bike. I don't know why, because the gargoyles have wings. So, but anyway, it looks awesome. There's nothing wrong with it. It's not broken in any way. and that'll look good. My other gargoyles are loose, and that'll look good on the shelf
Cool looking
display.
piece.
Yeah,
Awesome.
yeah, I was really impressed with that. Now, I only got 2 things this time. I've spent a little bit more money, and one thing I didn't have in the collection was a vintage Boba Fett Slave 1. And so, there you go. It's in good nick. It's got the ramps there. The wings are on, and most importantly, it has the Han Solo in carbonite piece. So there you go, and so I'm really happy with that. It does need a clean and maybe some new stickers put on, but I think that'll look absolutely lovely in the display case, and I'm even going to get some of those perspex stands that you can make that hold it up, and that'll look awesome. So yeah, so just a couple of things, but
Some good things.
Some good things.
Quality over quantity.
Yes, that's correct. Yeah,
That's awesome. Alrighty, well, we've all done well. It's been a big day, so I think we'll wrap it up there. If you're still watching, if you've hung around this far, you're a dead set champion. As always, go check out these boys on YouTube at the YouTube channel. Keep on collecting. I've spruiked it quite a bit, and I'm not going to stop because I'm not going to let these guys off the hook without giving them a shout out now. I'm going to do a separate video, but these champions have actually gone and bought me a birthday present, which was totally unexpected, but it blew me away. It's a true grail piece for me, and I'm absolutely stoked. I'm going to do a separate video on that because I want to give that the time to really focus on it and really do it justice. So I'm not going to quickly sneak it in here. We'll do a separate video there, but I can't miss out on the opportunity to thank these champions. Really appreciate you. Thanks for an awesome day, and look forward to doing it again. And we don't have to wait too long. Next week is Collecticon in Campbelltown. Not sure if I'll be doing a video for that. I might be, I might not be, but I'll be there regardless, and hoping to pick up some cool stuff. Plenty more videos in the works, all that good stuff. Thanks so much for watching. I'm going to wrap it up there. Thanks so much for watching as always. Hope to hear from you in the comments. And until next time, cheers.
Or keep on collecting.
And keep on collecting.
I love it.
All right.
excellent.